Alright guys, welcome to Wild Camping NI. Me and Mark's out again for the weekend. We have made a little lean-to shelter. That's it there. You can kind of see it, this is just for us to sit in. And if you can see down here, Mark's making some shavings, getting ready for the fire. And down here we have what is called an upside down fire. Hopefully, anyway, yes, as Mark says, hopefully. The idea is behind this here is you light the fire on top and it burns down from smaller and gradually getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the biggest fire at the bottom, and it should burn for 4 or 5 hours, maintenance free or pretty maintenance free anyway. That's the theory behind it, so hopefully it works for us.
So in this fire stick here we have some fat wood we got from our friend Lee Jones, so I'm hopefully going to get a spark. It's a bit windy but we'll see. So there we go guys, first fire in the forest. Come back later and we'll see how it goes. Thanks. Okay guys, it's been about half an hour now. We've just got our bedding set up, and as you can see the upside down fire is working pretty well. It's gone down into the first layer of timber, so it is. That's about half an hour. So I have the camera on a time lapse, so see how long it lasts. I don't know how long the batteries will last in the camera, mind you, but this hopefully will last us all night. I've brought the big tarp tonight, so I have to knew it's going to be a bit lower. And inside the big tarp, I don't know if you really see or not, there's inside the tarp, there's both of us tonight. So down here on the ground, Sam's in his bivy bag with the air mat, and I went up with my DD hammock and under blanket. So that's the sleep solution tonight. And as I say, over here we have a wee lean-to just to sit at for dinner. So hopefully in half an hour or so we intend to make a tripod to cook some food over the fire. Good morning guys. It was a pretty cold night last night. I would say it must have been down about 4 or 5 degrees. I have to say now, mind you, my new sleep setup, although quite heavy, as I've mentioned before, does work. It kept me very warm and toasty, and I slept the whole way through 6 o'clock this morning from about half 9, 10 o'clock last night. Last night, as you know, we attempted to light an upside down fire. Basically, we knew some of the wood at the bottom was quite wet still. It was a freshly felled tree in the local storms, and we thought, well, we'll process it anyway, hopefully it'll dry out as it gets down there. As you can see, it didn't quite make it the full way through, and it did take quite a lot of maintenance throughout the night because it wasn't quite burning the full length of the wood. So back to the drawing board and that, and we'll give that another go in a future video. It did keep us warm till say about half 9, then we decided we're going to go to bed, so we are. So it was very windy last night and there's a bit of rain, but this morning we woke up and it's a beautiful morning. The sun's just rising there, so it is. Sam's up fresh, processing some wood, ready to light a fire. He has, I don't know if you can see there, he's processing some fat wood that Lee Jones gave us, thankfully, thank you. And we'll hopefully have a nice fire to cook some, well, boil some water on, cook some breakfast on this morning. Okay guys, Sam's processed his fat wood, you can see there in that wee pile, and he has his wood up through all the different levels ready to light the fire. And I made him a wee filler stick, so he might have to use that as well, we'll see. But hopefully this will work, so enjoy. So again, thank you, Lee. That fat wood really makes taking the spark so much easier. That's another successful fire. Okay guys, we've got the fire going as you've seen earlier on, and Sam's had his porridge. I've been a wee bit slower for breakfast this morning because I'm going to first of all show you my favourite cook setup that I bring with me nearly always, and then I'll show you one of the ways I like to use it that's slightly different. First of all, it's the Swedish mess tin. So the Swedish mess tin is made up of a few different parts. The first part is the pot, which is, this is my aluminium one, pot with lid, and the lid can also be used as a frying pan or a serving pot. So it can be, as you can see here, and then the main pot itself, which is quite large, I think it's well over a litre anyway, so it is. And combined, they can be a pot with lid. This here, as I say, is my aluminium version. It's got a pot, it's got a hook to hang it over open fire, and also this hook can also be used when you have it to lift the pot to pour water, so it hooks into the handle. The next part of the Swedish setup is the windbreak and the trange. This here's a trange. I use methylated spirits to cook on. The pot can be just sat straight into the windbreak and the trange at the bottom, which will allow you to cook food pretty efficiently, and also the frying pan can be used in the same capacity on its own without the pot. So today I'm going to use it something slightly different. Today I'm going to use it to bake some bread. So over an open fire, I have kneaded some dough and I'm just having it proven beside the heat of the fire. And now I'm going to show the slight adjustments required to use the Swedish mess tin as a stove. So the first thing is, in here you have a small metal or anything at all to use to raise the trange's height. So the trange actually sits slightly higher in the tin rather than on the ground. The second thing then is you need another piece of metal which is used to make the baking tray, let's say, in the oven. For this setup here, the pot is used on its side over the top of the fire, like so, and the tray is inserted to create an oven shelf, as you can see here. This here allows you to set in, set in trays on it to bake on. In this situation here, then you can do both. You can put the lid back on again to close the oven up, or what I do usually is I cover it with tin foil because I like to use the lid to cook other things whilst the bed's baking. As you can see here, the handle on the Swedish mess tin, another useful thing is it, if you whittle a stick, you can actually put a stick into the handle, which will allow you to reach it over the open fire a lot easier. So as you can see, the Swedish mess tin is very, very versatile and a great piece of kit to have. I will come back to you in 2 minutes and I'll show you baking some bread and show you the end results. Welcome back, guys. The triangle is now up to full capacity. As you can see, it's blown blue flames around all the wee metal holes, and I have my bread in a wee small tin. It's been proven inside the fire. Never get a good approved beside the fire on camp as you would at home, in my opinion, but that'll come with practice. So as I say, I cover the top of it with tinfoil, which allows me to keep my lid. As I say, I'm actually going to make some eggs, sausage and beans on the other half of this pot over the fire while the bread breaks. So as you can see here, all you have to do is, with the lid here, you can hook it on, set it on the metal frame just above the fire. Give that 15 to 20 minutes. That the triangle should last that long. The actual flame on it should last that long with one burn. So we'll give that 15-20 minutes and then we'll come back and I'll show you what the finished bread looks like. Another thing I like when you're going camping, especially eggs, obviously eggs being quite fragile, I like to beat them and just put them into some kind of container. So I've used a small plastic bottle and add a bit of milk and season and ready so I can just add them straight to the pot and get scrambled egg extremely fast without the problem of having cracked eggs when I get back to camp. The handle on the stick is extremely handy in this situation because obviously eggs are very easy to stick to the bottom of the pan. So if I put that air straight on the heat down here for too long a time, the eggs would be absolutely burnt to the bottom very fast. So I like this here because it allows me to work my eggs without having to sit and spin them constantly, and I can adjust the height very easily, so I can, because obviously eggs might take a few minutes to cook. Okay guys, the bread's been baking for about 15 to 20 minutes now. I didn't quite time it. I was over making up some sausage, egg and beans so as to go with the bread. I'm going to take it out of the fire now and hopefully show you what the bread will look like. It'll not rise as much as it probably would at home. That's due to the quite hard to knead bread in the wild, as well as proving it. So I'm going to just pull the tinfoil back. The tinfoil, this is the second time being used. It starts to perish after a while, so I'll probably not get a chance to use this one again. So you probably can't hear that on the video, but it's got a pop to it, so I think it's going to be quite well cooked. I'm going to, it might be a bit doughy still, but I will come back to you when I get it out of the pot because it's probably quite hot, so it's still. Okay guys, so I've got the bread out of the thing, and as I thought, the tin foil was a bit perished, so it wasn't keeping the full seal around the top. It wasn't, so the top's not as cooked as the bottom, as you can see here, and I cut an opening inside to put some butter on it. I have noticed a wee bit doughy at the top, but that's all part of the experience. That is, it'll still taste lovely. So I thought it'd be nice just to show you how an Norway uses Swedish mess tin. Thank you.